We've built it up just to fall apart. Try to leave them wanting more. As we scream and we fight, carry on through the night. But the problem is never the cure. Every day we try to pray better than the lies and the sins. All the love, all the hate feel like one and the same. I only sink before I swim. I swear this time is gonna be the last one, gonna be the last one. Oh, whoa, this time is gonna be the last one, gonna be the last one. Oh, whoa. I'll forget all the dreams that we told our hearts and the pain that's there to start. Try to find what is safe from the scars that replace, like the faithful that converts. I swear this time is gonna be the last one, gonna be the last one. Oh, whoa, this time is gonna be the last one, gonna be the last one. Oh, whoa, I'm standing proud, we sing it out, the Legion of the Underground. This time is gonna be the last one, gonna be the last one. Oh, whoa.
Next week, we're kicking off.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Golden State Warriors as they go up against the Sacramento Kings. And guys, for the Kings, facing off here against a very talented ball club, this is a great opportunity for them to put all their skill and talent on display in front of the home fans. And with all of Curry's talents, one of the great shooters of all time, maybe the greatest, Kenny, where does he stand among all-time great players, period?
Wow, all-time players. Now that's a different.
All-time great players, period.
Well, he's starting to get in a discussion because of the multiple MVP things and the championships. Because the greatest players in the world, not only have they won awards, but they've won multiple championships. So he's moving into that category right now.
To add on to what Kenny is saying, it's about something you can hear and something you can wear.
What's that?
Rings, baby.
Ooh.
Rings.
You can hear them.
2 rings won't get it. 3, maybe. 4, 5, woo, 6,
Okay.
I just can't add anything to that.
Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Battle in the Western Conference, the Sacramento crowd hoping to watch their Kings come out on top. Last time in Oakland, they lost to the Warriors.
And they lost a close one last time they saw each other. And you have to think that it was the foul trouble that really kept them from getting the win.
Think about how many minutes that cost their starters. No question that had an impact on such a close game.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin Durant is much improved as a defender, and maybe it's some overdue appreciation, at least as he sees it. He said, "People are starting to recognize me as more than just a scorer. I've been trying to shake that rap since 2012. I look to impact the game on both ends of the floor." Kevin, back to you.
A two-way player to be sure, D.A. Thanks. And now, Chris, a few games under their belts, we're seeing some inexperienced guys take that next step, make that leap.
Well, yeah, I mean, guys are really doing a great job on that level and given the opportunity to play in this game. And it's maybe because so many young players are being counted on for big roles now. You know, the game has kind of changed where in the past they would be on the side learning from a veteran and being kind of introduced and slowly introduced to the game. Right now, though, guys, we've seen what they've done in college. We know that they've had great coaches and great coaching. And so, yes, the bar has moved up where we expect younger players to do more because the game is built for younger players. Fast-paced,
right.
Speed of the game, shooting threes, just having fun out there. And so, yeah, I think a lot more is expected of young guys. And I think they're embracing the fact that they have a lot more responsibility.
All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Thompson and Durant, the deadly shooting wing pair. Green is out there with Looney, and it's Curry in at the one spot. To the middle, here's Fox. Another shot. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Durant with it, out defended by Cauley-Stein. Durant, that's good.
There's no lack of aggression on his part. When he's got the chance to score, he'll take it.
Fox kicks to Shumpert. Shot by Hield, nobody around. Bangs home the trifecta. Hield's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Durant. Unable to get that one. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
But I like that they attacked those weaknesses. They made them pay for a lackluster effort.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Cauley-Stein. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul called on the Golden State Warriors.
When you think of Cauley-Stein, the word length comes to mind. A huge target on offense and a tenacious shot blocker and rebounder on the defensive end.
First free throw is good. Well, Greg, and Willie Cauley-Stein, a live wire 7-footer.
I mean, he's got great foot speed for his size. I just like to see him really become more aggressive offensively and try to improve that skill set. But his mobility is so desirable in today's game.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
And the chance to take the lead gets away because of the miss.
And that one's good. Durant.
Putting on a clinic on the offensive end, getting into the thick of the defense. Durant is so crafty, so skilled.
Out to Shumpert. Puts up a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Shumpert's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Back to Durant. Fires the 3. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
And Durant comes to help. Cauley-Stein passes to Bielitsa. Second shot opportunity. They kick out to Hield. Another 3 for Sacramento.
I love seeing Hill shoot the 3-ball. He's a high percentage scorer from there, firing with ease.
And it's good for 2. 9 points for Kevin Durant.
Well, he's played a smart and strong game. His field goal percentage proves it.
on the wing, Hield. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Back to Fox. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Here's Curry, and another basket for Golden State.
The gorgeous shooting form. I mean, Curry, the quick release. He's getting it done from mid-range.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento.
Well, you know, I know this. The city of Sacramento supports and they live and die with their Kings. I mean, the team came within a hair's breadth of moving. Let's remember that for the fans. Pride and relief that they prevailed.
Chance to check out the stats for Durant. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run, averaging 32 points, 6 assists, and 8 rebounds. And what sets him apart is his rebounding. And as you can see, he's been in peak form.
This last stretch, unbelievable tenacity going to the glass. It's been reflected in that stat sheet.
And Shumpert slams it in.
Gotta respect Shumpert's hops. He knows how to get up and dunk on it.
It's Durant with the drive, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
He's taking over the game. Their lead's going to get even bigger if he keeps this up.
And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Pass to Hield. It's in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Here's Durant. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And how about 6 of 8 with that one? And there is no slowing down this young man.
You know, Greg, you hear that since Kevin Durant moved to the Bay Area, he's wasted no time making connections and investments in Silicon Valley.
It's interesting. He's reined in his endorsements by over half, but he's so inquisitive. I think meeting these tech luminaries and learning from them was part of the allure of the Golden State.
One shot.
That's good from Durant. And KD opting out of his deal, Greg, over the summer to re-sign with the Warriors.
And he did so to get a larger deal than he could have otherwise. Durant had already sacrificed money for the team before. Not a surprise to see him get closer to his value. Seems the super team will be intact for years to come. Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Thompson against Shumpert. The pass to Fox. He kicks to Cauley Stein. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 3 assists now in this one.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
On the loose, Durant's been spectacular tonight, showing off the full arsenal.
For Sacramento, they've gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. Pass to Bialica. Now, Cauley Stein, guarded by Green. Thompson against Shumpert. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Fox. A 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Fox has got 5.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
A three-pointer is right on target.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
And I love it, Greg. Both sides inflicting damage from the perimeter. We'll see how the defense is adjusting.
Here's Durant, and then Durant with the dunk.
Man, this thing is just going back and forth tonight.
Each team is stepping up, rising to the challenge. Yet another lead change.
Sacramento's gone 4 of 5 from three-point land to get things going here in the first. And he gets it to go.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
And Kevin Durant with the slam.
When Durant dunks the ball, it's such an effortless lift. He just goes up and throws it down like it's nothing.
The Kings trailing. Tipped away. Stolen by Durant to the inside. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Durant. And that's now 7 points for Steph Curry.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
So many fast breaks now ending the three-point shot. Good to see them taking it to the rack.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Well, Steph Curry, widely regarded as the best shooter in the history of the game. He's been so successful playing point guard in the NBA at times, I think we forget that he transitioned from playing shooting guard in his younger days. Let's see some numbers here on Steph Curry. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. Second in free throw percentage, and he's a flamethrower from distance. Top 10 in the league in three-point shooting.
And you never see him get nervous when he steps to the line. That's why he's second in the league in free throw percentage. Now here's Shumpert. 5 points in the game. And the three ball is good. 15 points for Buddy Hield. And Durant, here we go. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession. Well, if you believe that a point guard's defense is just as important as his offense, then these guys have been outstanding lately. The point guard steal leaders from the past 10 games. De'Aaron Fox, number 1.
And despite the offensive responsibilities that come with being a point guard, I think he may enjoy the defensive aspect of the game even more.
And he comes up with all those steals. Even though he draws the toughest assignments possible on most nights, he can guard anybody.
We see a chart here for the shooting performance so far for Durant.
Well, this is what you wanted to see from him. I mean, he's not settling for anything and is going right at the defender, taking the ball to the rim whenever he can. And the attitude he's had on offense is keeping his team flying around as his energy is contagious out there right now.
And Shumpert kicks to Fox. Kings moving the ball around. And slam dunk by Shumpert. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Amazing sense for how to score inside. Green doesn't settle. Good at staying aggressive.
Fox with it. He's coming off a 13-point game against Minnesota. It's stolen by Green. The Warriors, another fast break opportunity here. Curry, good. Curry's got 9 points.
Well, that's 3 of their last 5 baskets in transition.
Fox passes to Shumpert. Tipped away. It's stolen by Curry. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
He is dominating this quarter. He sees a soft spot in the D, and he's attacking it.
Steph Curry, of course, a 2-time MVP. If there's one area he can still improve on, though, Chris, I think Coach Kerr would say it's limiting his turnovers.
Well, we forget Steph was a shooting guard up until his final season in college. I mean, he made incredible strides as a ball handler, but that recognition of what passes to avoid still developing.
One shot.
Free throw no good for Curry. Everyone seems to suffer small injuries, C-Web, over the course of a season. Who does the best, you think, at battling through those minor bumps and bruises and injuries and still continues to play well?
You know what, Kevin? I can't answer that question because whoever does it does not let us know also that they're hurt.
They hide it. Yeah, good point. You're right.
Because the main guys that get through it, they're not going to tell you.
Good point. Now the Warriors moving it up. Good. And now it's a 9-point Warrior lead.
And this is the tempo you love to watch. I mean, get out fast before the defense can get set.
Curry brings the double. Bagley. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Here's Livingston. And he slams it one-handed.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Oh, okay, you've done your job so far, but the question is now, can they sustain this level of energy? There's still a lot of game to play.
It's stolen by Livingston. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
Right off the opening tip, they've been relentless, and this style of play can be hard to come back against.
Bogdanovich, no luck.
That type of defense doesn't always get it done, but it does the job that time.
And Green gets it to go.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Inside. And finished off by Bagley.
Nice. Look how alert Shumpert is. He knows whenever one of his teammates is open to get him to rock.
It's good.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
You know the saying, numbers don't lie. You can see it up there on the scoreboard.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. Turned in an outstanding game against Minnesota. To the paint. Here's Bagley. Rebounded by Urebko.
That's how you protect the rim. Stand your ground and make him alter his release.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting two.
And you're talking about a guy that can do so many things, make so many things happen. Iguodala heading to the line.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
That free throw, no good. And you look at Andre Iguodala, the first ever player to win a Finals MVP without starting a single game in the regular season.
That tells you something about his unselfishness and, at the same time, his under-the-radar impact on winning. His willingness to accept that six-man role right from the beginning, I really feel helped set the tone in that Warriors locker room.
Oh, he turns it up. And though Iguodala has become a long-range shooting threat, he still managed to struggle from the line.
Now here's Shumpert. He's got 7. To the paint. Here's Jackson. Here's Bagley. He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries.
And the dogged attitude of Bagley. When shots go up, he wants to be the first to pounce on misses. And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
The Kings trail by 15, and so the ball is out of bounds. Bogdanovich touched it last.
Well, the defense had nothing to do with that turnover. They're just fortunate. That's just plain sloppy passing.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
You know, when Marvin Bagley entered the league, there were some questions as to which position would he play. But the versatility he brings is special. He can guard a number of positions, score inside and out, and he is a tremendous rebounder.
knocking off a dread. Money on my mind, all I think about is bread. And take your off my she keeps trying to give me a bunch of young sick with it like 40. 350 Yeezy boots, it ain't Roshi. On my back, I'm trying to bust down a rollie. My son, mom, everything, I treat it like a trophy. Pouring 2 foes in that, no Kobe. Got OGs that I still like to know. We a band for my coat, like I live with a snow. Being from the crest, where get funky.
And that's why I gotta keep it ratchet. Bad work 2 jobs and get taxes. Bought a new whole 30 like a plasma. All she want is 2 things. In the back rubbing, I'm that to do that. And I can't lie, love the way that you move that. You know I get that check and run through that.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at Golden State. And not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there in that #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And checking out Sacramento, 3 games behind.
And for the Warriors, as talented a team as they are, has performed at a very high level this season. Everything's gone according to plan up to this point.
Yeah, Greg, already the focus has started to turn to the postseason and what they need to do to make a run at the championship.
And Sacramento has possession, following the score by Golden State, and finished off by Bagley.
Yeah, ferocious at the rim. Bagley can finish with power or finesse.
Here's Jerebko, and he uses the glass on the layup. Jerebko's got 6 points.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
It's stolen by Jerebko. There's 1:17 left in the first quarter of the game. Shumpert with some nice D. Kicks to Bagley. To the inside, Jackson. That shot off. The Warriors go the other way with it. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Iguodala, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Well, Andre Iguodala, an all-star in Philadelphia, and he has helped set the tone for the Warriors locker room ever since, Chris, he accepted a reserve role back in 2014.
Man, can you believe he's never won 6th Man of the Year? But you can make the case he should win it every year with how much he means to this Warriors team.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
Well, the much vaunted defense of the Warriors took a step back last season, falling from 2nd in the league in defensive rank to 11. But it's tough to nitpick, but I'm sure it's an area they're looking at to address.
He doesn't get the second one. And tough defense has been a staple with this group in Golden State, reversing decades of history in that regard.
Decades and decades and decades. The Warriors hadn't been better than 10th in defensive efficiency since 1979, a 35-year hiatus that happily came to an end in 2014. That's what every team needs, guys getting after it on the offensive boards.
41 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And Shumpert kicks to Bagley. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Bagley's got 8.
Well, he's doing his best to get them back into this game. He's been money from the field.
Pulls up on the wing. McKinney, no good.
The D a little slow to get in his face. They're fortunate it didn't cost him.
Inside. And there's Jackson on the assist by Shumpert. Shumpert's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Shots good by McKinney. And the Warriors lead by 18.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That's his first foul. Iguodala with the steal. Pass to McKinney. Bucket is good. McKinney's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Oh, you can't lay that pass in there any better.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Right back after this break. Steph Curry talks about the visual drills he does to help his playmaking as he's made the transition from a point guard at Davidson to a combo guard in the NBA.
It's a cognitive and neurological drill that helps you, one, takes your mind off the basketball, because when you're in a game, that should be the last thing you're thinking about. There's so many other variables out there that you have to kind of survey, where your defender is, where your teammates are, where you are in relation to the basket and your reaction. So those lights kind of train you in that regard. You have to, see what the color is, make a determination of what move that corresponds to, execute the move, and then finish the jumper.
The improvement he's made, Greg, in his ball handling has really unlocked his game.
I mean, able to keep his head up as he attacks off the dribble, read the defense, and drills like that can only help.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Warriors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
I mean, what's interesting for me, first quarter, they're already getting points from their reserves.
Well, that's what helped fuel this lead. They caught the defense a little bit off guard.
We've got Bogdan Bogdanovic. Jackson is out there with Williams. Then there's Iman Shumpert. And it's Bagley in at the 5 down low. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Draymond Green is a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he remembers his motivation. They said I fell in the draft because what position would I guard? I'll never forget that. I'm comfortable guarding any position. When I'm playing against big guys, I battle even harder. You have to prove a point. I won't be a pushover. Kevin?
Yeah, he never backs down. Thanks, David.
An unselfish guy who enjoys setting his guys up. Bagley has impressive vision for a big fella. And offensively, they've done a great job here of staying in rhythm.
Yeah, of the two teams, they're taking the more makeable shots. Let's see if they can sustain it throughout the game.
Sacramento's gone 7 of 9 on three-pointers tonight. Outstanding mark from long range. Hits it from three-point range.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Cook. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Kings trailed by 19. Shumpert gets a wide-open look from outside off the mark.
Oh, it's a confidence shaker when you can't hit a wide-open three like that.
And another basket for Golden State.
Oh, and with the fast eyes, Iguodala finding the open man.
Sacramento's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. And here is Shumpert. He has 7. Double team on Williams from 13. Second chance shot. He gets stolen by Livingston. And now in transition, here we go. Iguodala. And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
Tremendous end-to-end player. I mean, throughout his career, he's been that. I mean, just think about it. Iguodala with a nice finish in transition.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And Sean Livingston, one of the most unique players in the league, Greg.
6'7" point guard who excels hitting turnaround jumpers in the post. A bouncy finisher around the rim, a versatile defender, and really a cagey playmaker. No one else like him in our league.
big group substitution here for Sacramento. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Jackson. Bielitsa comes in for Williams. Buddy Hield, he's checked in for Bogdan Bogdanovic. And it's Fox in for Iman Shumpert. Then for the Warriors, Looney's checked in for Jerebko. Durant comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Thompson in for Sean Livingston.
Oh, this is what smart point guards do. Fox is adept at realizing the defense's mistakes and exploiting it.
To the inside. Warriors with the rebound. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
He does so many different things on the court. Durant practically forcing the defender to foul him on the drive.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
Well, the Kings, they're trying to create some continuity. I mean, the coaching and the front office positions are now signed through 2020. They say there's a unified vision on getting back to the playoffs.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. And the Kings have built a solid front office, and they're sticking with the plan as Coach Yeager is now in his 3rd season.
Well, stability is crucial. I mean, we remember the debacle before Coach came in. I mean, you want to hire good people and empower them to do some great things.
And there's the call on Durant. That's foul number 2 for him.
Oh, he's not happy to pick up a second foul. This early in the game, he's got to be careful now.
And Sacramento has possession. To the paint. And finished off by Bagley.
And I tell you what, when Bagley plays with energy, it is difficult trying to stop him. Awesome at just staying on the attack.
And that one's good. Durant.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
And you see he's not worried about what's on the scoreboard. He just wants to go ham each possession.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
I'm not sure what you're supposed to do as a defender when Durant drives. I'm just glad I never have to deal with it.
For Sacramento, they've gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Fox kicks to Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Durant with it, out-defended by Cauley-Stein.
And how about that? Snuck in off the baseline and then the sensational reverse.
Yeah, how pretty was that? Athletic basketball with a little bit of flair mixed in. Now, here's Fox. He's got 5. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Chris, you had a lengthy NBA career. From what you observed, talk about the differences in how various coaches hold practices and try to teach.
You just want to keep guys motivated. You want guys to listen and then execute. And whatever you can do to get their ear, gain their trust, and then get them to go out there and execute. So if you're on a veteran team, you may have a smaller practice but with more intensity, meaning maybe you only practice an hour of live work going back and forth and scrimmaging, whereas if you're a young team, you might be able to expect 2 hours of scrimmaging every day. Do the players understand the culture? Do they understand the tenets of the offense and the defense? And usually coaches coach by that need and necessity of the team as opposed to just having one structure. And so in Washington, we had 3-a-days during training camp, as opposed to in Sacramento later in my career, it would be 1 practice because we're all old. We need to make sure that we get the most intensity out of this practice and then save our legs for the game.
Shots good by Durant.
Now, this is a different ball game without his scoring. He's been Mr. Reliable at the offensive end.
Tipped away. And now Durant running the floor, galloping all by himself.
I mean, this guy is almost 7 feet. Durant runs the floor beautifully, knowing where to be at all times in transition.
Last outing for Golden State, it was a loss to Toronto. And the turnover again by Sacramento. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for Sacramento. On Sunday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Dallas Mavericks. Then on Monday, they'll be playing the Timberwolves in Minnesota.
And for that game against the Thunder, they won't have much room for error in that one. A team like this will punish mistakes, but I could see them walking away with this one.
No, he's perfect from the field this quarter. He's giving them the fits out there.
Feeds it to Cauley-Stein. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Wow, at 7 feet tall, Cauley-Stein is a major threat to throw it down. If he gets the ball close to the rim, the D is pretty much toast.
And there it is for him. 37 points for Kevin Durant.
And that pattern continues, guys. Another heat check, another log on the fire.
Oh, I know this feeling. They're in that special zone where you feel untouchable. They haven't missed in a while.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
To the middle, here's Bagley. And that one is off. And Golden State will go the other way with it. Inside, Fox with the steal. The pass to Bielitsa. And there's the foul. It's on Quinn Cook. That is his first foul of the game. Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Curry comes in for Quinn Cook.
Draymond Green. Stephen Curry.
The wide open look here for Fox. Buries the 20-footer. Fox has got 7 points in the game.
You got to love the decision-making from Willie Cauley-Stein. I mean, aware he must keep improving as a passer.
Good work there as it goes. And that's 13 points for Steph Curry.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
To the inside. Let's go. And Fox gets it to go. He's got 9.
It's good seeing Fox work his magic down there, looking unafraid, even though he's not the biggest of guys.
And that one's good. Green.
Assisted by Kevin Durant.
Sacramento's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time.
And this deficit, a direct result of their lack of execution offensively.
Some nice passing by Golden State here. And it's good, 2 points. Durant's got 41.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
Pass to Bielitsa. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his second personal.
Well, think about it. There's plenty of centers on the Warriors rosters, but when the going gets tough, they can go small. Their Hampton 5 lineup with Steph, Clay, KD, Draymond, and Andre Iguodala is the perfect blend of length, skill, athleticism, and IQ.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
No good on the free throw. And Chris, you were talking about a couple of the nicknames for that Golden State Warriors lineup.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, they used it sparingly in the regular season. There wasn't something they wanted you to get used to. The playmaking and the defensive versatility of that unit, to me, that's what stands out. It's tough for a traditional center to stay on the court against them, with all that skill and mobility there.
Chris, one strength for the Kings has been their bench.
Well, their reserves have carried them at times. I mean, for a young team, though, you're developing guys, and you like that competition. The subs pushing their counterparts in the starting lineup, that's not a bad thing.
Healed, and the rebound goes to the Warriors. Green's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Looney kicks to Durant. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Durant's got 43 points.
He played a very solid first quarter, and now he's taking it up a notch here in the second.
Fox passes to Bielitsa. Now here's Healed. Over to the left wing. That's tipped. 6 to shoot. Bielitsa with the bucket. Bielitsa's got his first 2 points of the night.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Here's Durant, and the layup's good off the glass.
And almost 7 feet tall. I mean, Durant is a fantastic interior scorer. He uses his height well.
And Bielitsa has it in the corner. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Bielitsa's got 5 points now this quarter.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Curry against Fox. To the middle. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Yeah, guys, and the finish is the perfect capper. I mean, taking it all the way to the 10.
Here's Bagley following the basket by Stephen Curry. Bagley kicks to Cauley-Stein. Baseline try, and Curry pulls it down.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Well, not all defenses are constructed to protect the mid-range area. Nicely done that time. Uh-oh, and we all know what can happen when this fella gets hot. And guys, he is hot.
Shooting. Greg, as we know, Buddy Hield, a Wooden Award winner at Oklahoma.
I mean, he grew from nothing, his words, in the Bahamas. And his first hoop, a crate he nailed to some plywood. Couldn't even afford the nails. Had to find those. So from there to here, what an incredible journey.
Free throw drops for Hield.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Justin Jackson, he's checked in for Sacramento. Bogdan Bogdanovic comes in for Bielitsa. And then for Golden State, Jerebko's checked in for Kevon Looney. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Livingston in for Klay Thompson. And so he makes both from the line. Coach Kerr always focused on, Chris, what he calls the possession game. Turnovers and offensive rebounds.
Yeah, Kevin, when you think about it, for the Warriors, it's hard to believe, but they love making turnovers. And Coach, he's trying to control them giving extra possessions to the team. Because when they do that, their defense and shot making still usually win out.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
And now running it up the court, Green pushing it all the way. And Jackson with the block. Outside, Bogdanovic. Cauley-Stein. Can't hit from in close.
He's still looking to get into a groove this quarter.
And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Green. Curry's got 6 points in the quarter.
Oh, man. His game is so beautiful. It's a joy to watch. Curry, when he's at the top of his game like this, crazy.
Back to Fox. Outside, Bogdanovic. From outside, off the mark.
It's clear this just isn't his night. I mean, if they're going to keep him on the floor, I think his best role would be to be a decoy.
Jerebko, the pass to Livingston. Here's Green. Buries it down low. Green's got 16 points.
And that's another one for Green. I mean, they've done a very good job of establishing his offense tonight.
Count it.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 9 assists now tonight. Here's Fox. He's got 9. Inside. Rebound by Iguodala.
And he's already patted himself on the back and forgot to put the ball there in the basket.
Basket counts.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Sacramento's gone 4 of 6 from long range in the second quarter. Solid shooting. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And Steph Curry with the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Kings have converted 4 of 7 free throws on the night.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor, something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Timeout called the Warriors. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
Yeah, we saw no matter what they tried offensively, the opponent just had the answer.
And in a big way. This was a blowout. The players, coaches, everyone is to blame.
Troy Williams checked in for Heel.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
That free throw missing.
What sticks out about Fox is his speed. He's one of the fastest guys in the game at both ends of the floor.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Livingston's got 10 points in the game.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Inside, it's stolen by Jerebko. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. Banked in off the glass. Curry's got 19 points.
Oh, under intense defensive pressure, Steph rises above.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Draymond. Of course, not unusual to see you going up against bigger players. So how do you take advantage of that offensively?
I mean, you just got to take advantage of mismatches. You know, most of the time there's a big guy on me. If not, there's usually somebody trying to switch off. You know, I just got to know when to pop and just take advantage of the mismatches.
You've done just that in the first half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello! You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here at this beautiful table. This is a beautiful table.
What is this, oak?
It is. It's, I think it's teak.
Oh, teak.
There's Shaq. There's Kenny.
Polished oak.
Teak. It's very nice. It's very nice.
You mean antique?
No, it's just teak.
Teak.
I have an antique.
Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had a scoring performance for the ages, putting up an enormous amount of points, 2 assists and 2 rebounds. Coming off a great performance last game, tonight he looked like he had that same aggressive mindset. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, Durant certainly showed up, as he always does. That's the thing about KD, the consistency. It's in his attitude. He puts up the numbers every single night, and he makes an impact on the defensive end as well.
Shaq, what's your take on Sacramento?
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, recipe for disaster, Ernie. Without major improvements defensively, this game is OVA. Over.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
Can I rock it?
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
You know, and as effective as he was at slashing to the hoop in that first half, even better at finishing once he got there.
Seems like he had enough dunks in the first half to last him for the next 2 or 3, 4 or 5 games.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. Iguodala and Green, the duo at forward. Curry is out there with Livingston, and it's Looney in at the 5.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger. And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Yeah, you know, Coach Steve Kerr may seem to have a laid-back demeanor, but knowing him personally, I tell you what, he's fiery. He's intense, and he wants to win. When tempers flare, don't be surprised to see him smashing clipboards and letting loose on the sideline. Good movement there, and the lead pass was right where it needed to be.
And the shot goes down.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Bielitsa, guarded by Green. Pass to Hield. Just 5 to shoot. And Iguodala comes to help. Cauley Stein. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Cauley Stein's got 4 this quarter. And playing for the Bulls, Kerr famously got into a fight with a teammate, Michael Jordan.
Yeah, he has that competitive spirit, that edge you need to succeed in this game. Great people skills, sure. He's not a pushover.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, the Kings signed some quality vets last season, but when the losses piled up, they decided to go young. Now, the focus is on development. The veterans still have a role, providing steadying presence on the court and in the locker room. Kevin?
David, it certainly is a balancing act. Thanks for that report. Here's Green after the basket by De'Aaron Fox. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. And here's a shot chart now, getting a better perspective on where he's been shooting the ball from.
And it's really been a tremendous night. He's been efficient. He's been a major driving force in this offense. And it's no small task to try to slow him down. Once he gets rolling, like we've seen in this game so far, watch out.
Curry, good.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
The Kings have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Fox kicks to Bielitsa. Fox passes to Bielitsa. Back to Fox. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
They made the most of their halftime adjustments. They're shooting 80% so far in the second half.
Here's Green, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. That's a 2 from Hield. Again, Sacramento.
And Hield is ready to shoot as soon as he gets the pass. The D can't afford to play off of him.
And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Cauley Stein's got his 5th rebound in this one. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Green. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. Here's Iguodala. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Iguodala's got 9.
Just giving up way too many transition opportunities.
Hield right side. Goes back up. The shot comes out. Great D that time from Iguodala. And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Livingston, that's good. He's got 12. The Kings have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Now here's Cauley Stein. 9 points in the game so far. Hield finds Shumpert. And that one is good.
Love the aggressiveness. Shumpert isn't afraid of going inside.
Warriors have gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far. For Sacramento, they've gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Curry with the steal. Here's Iguodala, and the slam dunk by Iguodala.
The awareness of everything around him. Curry picks it clean, then off to the races.
And so here's Sacramento. Fox kicks to Shumpert. Curry brings the double. Healed outside. Down low. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fox, no good.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly, then with the quick reaction time. And look, he's been so dependable in this game, taking nothing but good shots.
And for the Kings, their shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%.
And Draymond Green, an extremely vocal leader. He's in his teammates' ears, always trying to keep them on edge, also in his opponent's ears as well. And then there's the officials. He tends to like to get in their ears as well.
Bagley, he's checked in for Heel.
Shooting just one.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good. And Draymond Green, Greg, has been among the league leader in technicals. If you're one of his teammates or his coach, do you try to get him to dial it back?
You know, his greatest strength can probably also be his greatest weakness. That fire and motivation, really second to none. But I'd be careful not to hamper that enthusiasm.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Well, yeah, he might have seen something he wants to exploit. Well, we'll see what they run coming out of this.
While we got a chance, let's look at some numbers for Fox. 9th in assists, and he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And his floor awareness is undeniable. As you pointed out, top 10 in assists, and he's great at drawing the defense and making the perfect pass in stride. Here's Durant, makes it off the glass. Durant's got 47 points.
And everything they're attempting is going in. Tremendous run here in the third.
Well, I don't know what they talked about at halftime, but they found a weakness in the defense.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Oh, man, that's the type of play that gets a player and his teammates fired up. Durant gets the contact and still finds a way to hit the shot.
Well, the Kings moving their G League affiliate from Reno to nearby Stockton, California, which is a 45-minute drive from the Golden One Center.
Yeah, I love it, and the Kings fans have more of the Kings brand to support. I mean, it's all about accessibility for players and personnel. I mean, a definite change in climate, though. They'll get cooked.
That's good from Durant.
Durant took a lot of heat for his move to the Warriors in 2016, but it doesn't look like he's regretted it one bit.
Bagley with the bucket.
You can't lay that pass in there any better.
Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Shumpert with the steal. He kicks to Fox. Thompson comes with a double team. Shumpert passes to Bagley. Shot clock at 6. And it's Durant with the rebound. Durant's got his 4th rebound in this one. And, yep, another basket.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Fox passes to Bielitsa. There's the dish to Bagley. Back to Bielitsa. Lays it up off the glass. Bielitsa's got 9 points.
Look, high percentage look in tight. It's hard to miss that one.
Good, he hits again.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. The Kings shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Oh, they matched the slam at one end with an even bigger one at the other.
Ooh, maybe we'll get another one on this trip. And then Durant with the jam.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
Here's Fox. 13 points in the game. To the paint. And another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's Durant, and then Durant with the dunk.
And since they've come out of halftime, they've been extremely poised and very efficient.
And don't forget, very accurate. Taking shots within the floor of the offense. Not something that can be said for their opponent.
Inside, Bielitsa, and the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
And there's typically going to be some space when you're out in transition and you do just kind of venture out to that three-point line.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's foul number 2 for him. Sacramento making some changes. Troy Williams checked in for Bielitsa, and it's Bogdanovich in for Iman Shumpert. And Golden State also making a change. Jerebko's checked in for Looney. Bagley with the ball. Working on Jerebko. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And now on our rookie leaderboard, who are the rookies grabbing the most rebounds in the NBA right now? Let's take a look. The 4th spot held by Marvin Bagley.
And, you know, rebounding was a skill that I thought would translate to the NBA for him. We knew he could board with the best of them, and he has not disappointed.
That's good from Bagley.
And really the potential Bagley has is so exciting. Just an absolute menace on both ends. And you can tell he wants to be great.
Good on both. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
You want no part of that when Durant gets speed going at the rim. Stepping in the way is a fast track to ending up on a poster.
And Durant comes to help. The feed to Jackson. Lays it up off the glass. Jackson's got 9.
If you let him get that deep, this is what you can expect.
Yeah, well, with his toughness and skills in there, it's a rough problem to fix.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the foul that goes against Sacramento. The Warriors have had an off night from the stripe tonight.
Two.
First free throw is good. Greg, you look at the lineup for the reigning champs. When healthy, this team starts 5 all-star players at every position.
And even with Boogie coming back from a devastating injury, this team is scary. People immediately called it the best team ever assembled. Credit the front office, but the Warriors players still have to prove they are the best ever on the floor this season.
Here's Fox. 13 points in the game. to the middle. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Fox. Jackson's got 7 points for the quarter.
Oh, that's a nice look, recognizing he had the opening to make the entry pass.
And another one falls. Amazing.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Rebounded by Urebko. Urebko's got his 6th rebound on the night.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
And it'll be Sacramento as it goes out of bounds. The Kings retain possession.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
And don't forget about the good hand-eye coordination. I mean, he almost corralled it in for the steal.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
And that one's good. Durant.
I'm surprised Durant didn't get the call there with all that contact on the shot, but still a nice finish.
And Durant comes to help. That's tipped. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the... Oh!
Goodness.
Wow. Crazy. That's how you get your boys on the bench going crazy. What an incredible dunk by Durant, who never ceases to amaze me.
And that last replay, courtesy of the Under Armour Hover Havoc, unleashing a little bit of chaos.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Another bucket! Wow!
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. Sacramento's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Fox kicks to Williams. It's Jackson with the drive, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Jackson's got 14 points here in the second half. Here's Durant. He got it again. Sensational.
He's scoring at an insane level here, folks. The defense powerless to slow him down.
Yeah, he's on a mission, closing in on third place all-time in scoring.
And his scoring tonight has dropped him into the conversation with some of the all-time greats. I'm talking about names like Wilt Chamberlain and Kobe Bryant. Simply amazing what we've seen here.
This will make 5 trips now to the free throw line for him tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
2 shots. Relax on the first.
That's good from Durant.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Curry comes in for Quinn Cook. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Kings shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. And there's the call on Durant. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Dang, that's his 4th foul. Now he's going to have to be careful. Still a little ways to go and only 2 fouls to spare.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Kings game team.
right now to see the stats for Jerebko. His last 10 games, he's putting up about 8 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And, guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
Well, yeah, lately he's been overachieving a little bit. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things to come. Oh, man. Well, now he's going to be walking a tight line. I mean, one more foul, and his night is a wrap.
For Sacramento, they have not set the world on fire at the free throw line. They're just 6 of 12.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. That one is no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Wasted no time on that one. And that's now 29 points for Steph Curry.
And look, is there any shot that Curry can't knock down? I mean, he is an unconscious scorer.
Williams against Durant. That's good from Fox on the assist by Jackson. 15 points for De'Aaron Fox.
He got pretty much a free run to the hoop right there. They might just count those as automatic points.
Here's Curry with the 3, but they'll get another chance. Jerebko, the pass to Curry. The long-distance 3 is buried. Curry's got 13 points in just this quarter.
Oh, because of his quick release, so difficult to close up space on Curry.
Fox with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Bogdanovich, good on the shot. Bogdanovich has got 5 points so far.
You can't find much better shot than that one.
Curry gets the bucket.
Well, that'll keep the defense honest. I mean, you want to overplay Curry on the perimeter? Take some of this.
Now Fox. Missed. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Golden State Warriors. With the points he racked up that quarter, he has broken his season-high scoring mark already. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
18. Please don't try to play us.
And a moment ago, inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Move it to the next guy. Drive and kick. Let it come out in the wash, all right?
And Steve Kerr asking his guys to simply run their offense, share the basketball.
Yeah, and don't just settle for tossing it around the horn. Attack the defense. Play inside out when you can.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Giles is out there with Kosta Koufos. Then there's Bogdanovich. Then it's Williams. And it's Mason in at the point guard. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Here's Giles. Another shot. And it's Koufos missing.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
That one goes in.
Give him the chance to pull off something special. He'll take it.
Mason with it. When you look at the amount of threes Chris being taken now, do you think the league as a whole is too dependent upon the perimeter offense?
I don't think so. If you look at Golden State, we all tend to think that they've shot the most threes last year. It actually was Houston.
Right.
And when you look at how Golden State does not just settle for threes, Kevin, but they can shoot them at any time. And maybe the best three-point shooter in the history of the NBA, Curry, will lay a difficult layup over the top of your head just as quick as he'll shoot a tough 3 from 45 feet. That's what it seems like, but the good teams like a Golden State make you feel like they're shooting a lot of threes, but actually play with a balanced game. Those that try to copycat and just shoot threes, I don't think they've won a championship yet. So I think it's about having that balance, and maybe the league overall is shooting too many threes, but the champions who shoot threes, I don't think take too many.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for Steph Curry. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And Bogdan Bogdanovic, Greg, a highly decorated player internationally. Multiple silver medals with the Serbian national team, a EuroLeague champion back in 2017.
Yeah, I mean, he's a talented player, very skilled, and at 6'6", can play either guard spot. Great shooter. I think he's one to watch.
At the line for 2.
Two shots.
No good on the free throw. Not too long ago, C-Web, triple-doubles were widely celebrated. Now you see much more of them all over the league. What's been the change there, do you think?
I think the change has been the style of play and the removal of the big man. Being that there are no longer a slew of 7-footers in there rebounding, guards can come in there and do some amazing things in rebounding. And I'm amazed with Westbrook coming in and rebounding over the 7-footers. You also have better spacing, and so if I'm a one-on-one player, I get past my guy, I can trust it that if I throw it to a wide-open shooter now, because of the way that we've drawn the defenses in, there may be a few more open looks. And so I still respect it. I still respect the energy, the focus, the fact that you have to be all over the floor to do it. But, besides the fact that there's longer threes taken, or besides the fact that there's more small lineups, I still think it's a feat to be respected, even though we're seeing an increase in them now.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
Warriors have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Knocked away. Lee with the steal. And now in transition is Lee. Here we go. Buries it down low. Lee's got 4 this quarter.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
Yeah, but you have to control the pace. You have to keep it up, keep the tempo. That's how they built this lead.
And he gets it back. To the paint. Here's Koufos. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
And that's a play they'll run over and over, fellas, as long as it keeps working.
One shot.
Compared to when you were playing, C-Web, how have the baseline skill requirements for the 4s and the 5s, the power forwards and the centers, changed, do you think, the most?
The ability to stretch the floor. It's a lot more emphasis on mobility, especially at the defensive end. And I don't think you can have a player who is a specialist anymore in the game. I played with some great defenders. The Ben Wallaces, the Davis boys there in Indiana. But those positions are no longer valued or needed anymore. You can no longer be a defensive player that can't score on the other end. You have to be a player in the NBA now with the total skill set. That means mobility, shooting, dribble, passing. All of those things have to be encompassed, or there's a way to make sure to highlight you with a mismatch and take you out of the game.
Good documentation. I like that.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Fellas, that's just like it's supposed to work. Don't give the D a chance to set up.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Now a timeout called by Golden State. Buddy Hield, he's checked in for the Kings. And so it's Livingston bringing it up now for Golden State. From deep. Here's Jerebko. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And they've gotten very aggressive on the offensive glass here in the second half, getting a lot of second chance points.
Got a hand on it, and he's able to get it back. Hield can't hit.
A big mistake by the D, and they got away with it.
That's a 2 from Lee, and the Warriors tack on 2 more. For a long time, beat writers and media personnel have determined NBA awards. We'll see Webb as someone who's been up for some of these. Do you feel the voting system as structured now is fair?
I don't know how it can be fair if it doesn't have any players or coaches involved. I can't necessarily vote on the best doctors because I don't know what it entails, but I can definitely trust other doctors to give their comments on their peers. I think peer awareness is some of the most reliable that you can go for. But, I mean, we have some very knowledgeable writers, sports writers, and media personnel that know. But for the most part, you need help of the players and the coaches to make sure that the integrity is there.
Gets it to go. That one good from Giles.
Oh, no doubt that Buddy Hield can shoot with the best of, but it's encouraging watching him share the wealth as well.
Took him no time at all on that one. Livingston's got 4 points this quarter.
Wow, he's only going to hit that shot about 1 out of 10 times.
Koufos dishes to Mason. On the wing, Williams. No good from outside. Warriors have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. For 3, Bell. That shot missing. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. And here is Mason. Kicks it to Williams. To the inside. Here's Koufos. And that one is hammered home.
You can't lay that pass in there any better.
The Warriors shooting it well here in the fourth quarter, 50%. Here's Livingston. No good from outside.
Look, I don't know why he keeps shooting the 3. Can anybody tell me nothing is falling for him? He's going to end the game on a bad note if he keeps this up.
Now the Warriors moving it up. There's Lee with the 3. Sacramento grabs the miss. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. 3-pointer Hield. Here's Giles, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right, once he gets his hands on the miss. Now here's Williams. Pass to Hield. No one near him. It's rebounded by Livingston.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Iguodala kicks to Jerebko. The tray. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
And when you're down this many points, hard to justify leaving a good shooter that wide open.
Well, the game looks like it's starting to wear on them. Unable to get out, defend the perimeter, unfocused. It's a bad sign.
Now here's Williams. Here's Mason. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Mason's got 4 this quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yes, that goes in.
Oh, and a nice look by Livingston, keeping his eyes up, locates the man.
Sacramento's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Mason kicks to Koufos. To the paint. Giles the pass to Mason. Shoots over Livingston. And the shot is long.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Jerebko can't get it to go.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Yeah, that won't go on the stat sheet. Close to getting the block, but really, it had the same effect.
Here's Giles. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Here's your Repco. The rebound by Giles. And for Sacramento, they're shooting about 43% here in the fourth quarter. The call will go against Urepko. That's foul number 2 for him. See, we have a big rule change. Defenders have to give jump shooters space to land. Your thoughts on that?
Great. Thank you. Think about if a guy is hot and you can't stop him, you should not be able to embellish with the rules by sliding your foot up under a guy. If we all remember, I believe that San Antonio was up a couple of years ago on Golden State at home in Game 1, and Pachulia inadvertently put his foot up under Kawhi Leonard, and Kawhi was injured. You have to give shooters space to come down. You can't be thinking about that on the way down. We don't want players injured or hurt in this game because of a lack of paying attention to detail, and I think this rule really helps it. Defenders have done it for years. It could be viewed as dirty, but I'm glad the NBA did something about it. I'm very happy about it. And check this out. You're going to see a lot of guys knocking down even more threes now.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Farrell kicks to Kufis. Inside. Bogdanovich, no luck. Smooth sailing for Golden State. And there's the pass to Bell. Baseline jumper. It's rebounded by Farrell.
Look, he's his own worst enemy right there. I mean, he has time, he has room, and for some reason, he shoots a leaner.
Down low. And it's Giles missing. Warriors shooting the lights out in this one, 77%. Here's Bell. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. Bell's got 6 here in this quarter.
And this is a shot Bell can make. You give him room, and he'll make you pay.
Here's Kufis. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
Well-coordinated shot mechanics, especially for a guy with his length.
Oh, come on. He's fluid from that medium range. He gets everything working together.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. Down low, here's Giles, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Passes like that help develop team chemistry. Bogdanovich, I love the display of unselfishness.
No good from Lee. Sacramento's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Williams kicks to Bogdanovich. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
A polished offensive player. Bogdanovich has a nice-looking mid-range shot, and it just continues to get better.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Warriors.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Kevin Durant.
Even when the entire defense was focused on stopping him, they couldn't slow him down. I mean, a terrific offensive player.
A nice shot by Kufis.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Lee, that's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
Wow, this is just a huge road win. These guys banded together. Just an awesome performance.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
And the shot is good.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
Well, they've gotten serious, stringing together some game-winning buckets.
Feeds it to Kufis. Giles the pass to Bogdanovich. Outside Williams. 5 to shoot. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. Yep, it counts.
Once he gets open on the low block, it's just a matter of getting him the ball.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Guys, what's your take?
You know, this is a timeout maybe just so they can pat each other on the back because no other reason to call it.
Well, they're not going to take any chances. I mean, they're going to play it out until the final whistle, no matter what the score is.
Hold them bands down. Hey, hold your mans down. Who told you come around? Who? It's that trap sound. Designer, clothes, house, man. Control the bag now. No need to brag now. Hey, put the mask down. Man, we live fast now. Finest, rolls, we can go. We go. Keep watching me with Bob still. Keep real and fang. Dance with my dogs in the nighttime. In the kitchen, wrist twisted like it's stir fry. Whip it in the kitchen, wrist twisted like it's stir fry. Whip it in the kitchen, wrist twisted like it's stir fry. Whip it in the kitchen, wrist twisted like it's stir fry. Take a whip it, intermission, let the birds fly.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
And this is exactly what a star player is supposed to do. Coming off a loss, he made sure they weren't going to make it 2 in a row. Cook kicks to McKinney. The baseline J. Count that bucket.
Even when the defense is on him, Bell takes them on. A relentless player who goes up strong inside.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Andre. I know if you could bottle a game like tonight, you would. But what's the key as you look forward to these upcoming games?
The key is just not letting all the outside distractions, get in the way of letting us do what we want to do. So we got to come in, play tough, and guys will be ready to play.
Great performance tonight, Andre. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.